Good morning. It is Thursday. I keep feeling like it's Friday, but it's Thursday. I feel pretty good. Started the day with a phone call, getting people caught up and telling and retelling my story. It gives me perspective and focus to have to keep retelling the tale. I think in the retelling of a story, the farther you get from the events you're telling the story of, the more you pick and choose the details. Not in terms of biasing your listener, but you get more perspective and the things that are important change. Typically when I first tell a story, I want to pack in as many details as is possible because I hold this belief that more details equals a better story. And I know that's not true, but that's my inclination. One of my students yesterday in my beginning class, this wasn't rude, this was social. She was like, "Do you have ADD?" And I was like, "No, why do you ask?" And she's like, "You're always just all over the place and doing all these things." So I was like, well, stop with me a minute. Take a look around the classroom. I said, we have 25 people doing 25 different things, and I'm responsible for all of them. And I constantly have to be checking that they're not wearing flip-flops, that they are wearing safety glasses, that they're not listening to music while using machines, that they're being safe, that their fingers are good, that they're on task, that they're not joking around. I said, yeah, I do have to definitely divide my attention a lot, but no, medically, I don't think I'm ADD. I just care about everybody. And she's like, oh, okay. Perspectives are funny. You know, from their perspective, I'm just all over the place. But from my perspective, I'm like, all right, I think I'm keeping the ship afloat. I think I'm keeping everybody focused and in line and on point and using good technique and making good decisions. And it's why I love my job, and it's why I need to be focused to be good at my job. Particularly this point in the year where everybody is new and beginners are prone to making beginner mistakes. I'm at school. I will see you here when the day is done. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you soon. This is not how I wanted to see you next, but I have a tale for you. I knew it. I hate being cynical. I hate being negative, but I knew it. I knew the minute I signed the quitclaim and gave up that control, that it would go bad. Welcome to today. A battery of texts come through this morning. They're all texts that go through the mediator about how, oh my God, she exaggerates about how I have locked up her stuff for the past 6 months. Not true. We've been broken up for the past 6 months. And it all gets me worked up. She exaggerates for dramatic effect, and it's not true. And the fact that on this text thread, the mediator can see that she exaggerated. Okay, let's just get through this. The text thread was basically about me giving her the combination to the storage space. Let me tell you what is in the storage space right now. In the storage space are some camping supplies, a tent, a cooler. I've already taken my sleeping bag out. Also in there is a bin of soil for potting plants. There's a bin of assorted crap from the back of the car, including her wedding bouquet that she just let float around the car for a while. There is a Christmas tree, a bin full of Christmas tree lights, and a bin of ornaments, and maybe some wrapping paper. That is what's in the storage space. That's it. That is what she is obsessed with getting the combination for. She wants to itemize our Christmas ornaments. This is a woman who didn't itemize our house. She made a list and wildly priced things, the end. But now she's going to itemize the Christmas ornaments. What I said in my text was, the storage space we're speaking about has my personal property and community property. I will take my personal property out at my nearest convenience, and then I will give her the combination so she can itemize the Christmas ornaments. And her response is, can you do this as soon as possible? Can you do this by the weekend? Because I'm moving in a week and I need to do this and we need to deal with our separate property. She's moving. I'm not. It's not my problem. So this is going on, and it's annoying because it's about effing Christmas ornaments, and it's about control. And I haven't sent her back the list of our stuff yet because I'm not done, because I haven't done it, because whatever. I will do it when it's convenient for me. In the midst of this, an email comes in from my attorney. It's an email from her attorney to my attorney, and it's basically saying things like, we don't think the judge will give spousal support. It's talking about the watch credits and blah, blah, blah. So all things that have been agreed upon when the two attorneys spoke, which I figured would be typical, negotiating things. And then there's a line a little ways down that says, if Ken chooses to aggressively litigate this, we'll take the dog. There's a little more language to it, but it ends with, we'll take the dog. And I was like, motherfucker. I mean, I knew it. I knew all along that she would. And I felt guilty for being so negative, thinking, no, she won't. She wouldn't do that. But to have attorneys say, oh, it's separate property, it was hers before marriage, if Ken does this, she will do that. Yeah. So I signed the quitclaim. This good faith thing that everybody is like, oh, it's good faith. And then this comes out. Yeah. I'm trying to stay calm right now. I've been fortunate the past couple weeks. Like, I've been really very good and felt happy. And this is that return to anxiety from weeks ago. Like, I can feel it. It's in my chest. And then to add insult to injury, she went into the condo at around 11:15. It's about 45 minutes ago. Does she not have a job? Tripped the webcams that I have set up like a crazy person, but thank God I do, because she's going in. So did she need something, or is this another power play just to be like, look, I can go into the condo whenever I want? And I've been decent through this. I've been decent and controlled and nice, and I will continue to be decent because I'm a decent person. But man, do I want to rage right now. There are so many ways in which I could be cruel to her. But I'm better than that. This is a tough one. This is a tough one because you get these gut feelings where you think, I don't trust it. I don't know. I don't think I should sign the quitclaim. I don't know. And people are like, no, it's all right, blah, 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 blah. And the minute you do something, you get rewarded with this. And maybe it's coincidence, but you know what? There have been a whole lot of coincidences here that I think are crap. I don't know how somebody who claimed to love me as she did could be so evil. So now I'm going home. I'm going home for lunch. I'm racing home to see if she's there, if the dog is there, because I have this funny nagging feeling that the dog's gonna be gone. I'm sick. Like, I feel sick right now that I'm gonna get there and the dog's gonna be gone. And I'm trying to stay level and calm, not be reactionary, just be me. But she's sick. There's something wrong with her. When I left this morning, I didn't plan on having visitors, so what's around? And what will be missing? I need to go in with like detective eyes and be like, what's been touched? What's been moved? What did she take? Earlier on, I was definitely a victim. I was like, why is this happening to me? I'm a nice person. And I still feel that way. Like, I'm so nice. I just want to be treated decently. Like, oh, what a crazy request. There's something wrong with somebody that would treat someone like me the way that she does. After the years of love and dedication and service and caring and passion and laughter and best friendship, the fact that it could come to this, I have zero doubt at this point. I was pretty confident before, and I'm ever hopeful. I'm not hopeful for this one. I want her gone. I want to be done. I don't want to see him. I think she's evil. I think he's less evil, but I still think he's evil. I think they're opportunists. Go move to your barn. Just get the fuck out of my town. I don't want to see you. I don't want to think about you. I don't want to wonder about you. You're not a good person. You are selfish and manipulative and unkind. Take the fucking tent. Take the cooler. Take your and go. The less I can have in my life that reminds me of you, the better. I always thought it was strange that all your relationships ended in burned bridges, ended in drama. Like, oh, people are so mean to you. Like, you know, you're always the victim at the end. No, you fucking do it. It's you. You caused this. The doubt I was feeling about publishing these videos is gone. I just want to meet someone nice. Literally, someone nice. And I kind of understand now a little bit why people are like, you know, I'm just going to be alone for a while. I don't want to be alone, but I understand the impulse of, this is all so screwed up, I don't want to trust others. The big curiosity is, will she be there? she flipped the webcams down, so I don't know if she's there, if she's come or gone, if the white car will be in the basement. I don't know anything. But you know what? I'm not gonna stop recording because this is real and because I don't want to forget this. Will the dog be there? Will the white car be here? Nope. So she's come and gone. I don't like this. You know what? Let's go on a tour. Let me show you the storage space. Here it is, storage space. Combo has not been tried. Yep. Christmas stuff, a tent, some boxes, some bins. Here's hers. Has she been in there? Nope. Yeah, so her sleeping bag and stuff is in there. She hasn't taken anything. Lovely. I hate this. I'm trying to be a professional. I'm trying to do my job well, and I have to do this crap. I'm nervous. I'm pacing. If someone's in the elevator, I gotta kill the camera. Why would you do this to somebody? Why the elevator is taking so long? I'm legit nervous. Like, I don't know what to expect. I don't know how unpredictable she is. She got what she wanted. I signed the quick claim so she can buy the property up north. Keep your fingers crossed, you guys. Hey, Winnie. Oh, good. I'm so glad you're here. Is anyone else here? Hello? Computer's there, hard drive's there, chair's there, laundry in the laundry. Bed, laptop. The rest of her dress. Nope, she still has clothes here, so I don't have exclusive use of the house. What did you do here? I don't know. I don't know why she came here. Hold on, I'll be right back. I have no idea why she came in here. To my knowledge. Maybe she shot video or took a record of things so that if I move stuff out, she'll know what I took. I don't know. I think she's out of her f***ing mind. But, yeah. I think she's evil. Okay, well, I came home and I don't have to be here. For now. God, she's awful. Well, that was hardly the relaxed lunch I was hoping for. Good news, the dog was there. I got to walk her, take her out, make sure she's okay. Now was the fight, and I think we talked about this just a couple days ago. I have so many snippy and catty things I want to say. We're in this game of tattletale, and now I want to tell the mediator, like, look what she's doing. And since I'm not paying for the mediator, what do I care if the mediator bills for every text that comes through? I don't care. I really don't. She started this. And that sounds like a child too. I'm just frustrated and tired of this process, this inability to be decent, you know. And when she said all that crap about amicability, I feel like I'm still being fairly amicable. It's wearing out. We may have lost it today. Anything I had for her, even potentially like, it's gone. It's like, I don't know who the hell she is. She bears no resemblance to the person I had a relationship with. She is just, why did she want to marry me? Honestly, it was all in the framing. I need to read you this letter from the lawyer. Just thinking about it. Remember, was it last Friday? I was listening to that podcast about anger and how it can be motivating, but how it can also sort of sidetrack you. And I think I was like, I don't really get angry that much. I think I'm angry today. It's kind of weird that I'm not sure if I'm angry, but it's, I mean, the problem with anger is, what do you do with anger? It's the same with rage, right? It gets pent up and you need a release. So it makes me want to, like, send snarky texts and do things, and, you know, like, I have a whole list of things I want to do. that are unkind. Hopefully that's good enough. I can think about those things and be like, huh, that'd be funny, and that's good enough. Because that's who I am. I'm decent. I'm controlled. I'm not exaggerating things. Like in her text today that the mediator was on, she was like, "You've kept my stuff hostage for 6 months." No, that's not true. We've only been broken up for 6 months. God, she sucks. Here's what I know now. I don't want to be alone, but I don't want to be with her. I do not want to be with her. I found a hard drive with a lot of pictures on it. Her pictures. And I went through her pictures, just looking at them. And what's funny is, I feel like there's more pictures of her in her iPhoto library than there are pictures of me. I mean, there's pictures of me. They're great. And some of them I really like. I look really good in them because she took them of me and I loved her. So it's me looking at the camera with love. I like those pictures. But there's also a whole lot of pictures of her. So she would go through my pictures and take my pictures of her to put in her library. And now that just feels a little weird, like a little, I don't know, narcissistic. I guess if you always secretly know that the relationship is going to end at some point, you want to collect all the pictures of you can so that you have them, that you don't have to get them back from an ex. So she's done well. I guess I've done it well in my own way. I have a hard drive with her pictures. So now after the fact, I can just take the pictures of me I want. I'm not devastated right now. I'm not shattered. I'm not blown up. I'm kind of hurt and mostly angry. That core belief of like, we are better than this. We're better than to succumb to what most people who go through divorce go through. I believe that. I really do. That's changed. I believe I'm better than that. I would totally be capable of an amicable an amicable mediation for sure. She's not, because she needs to burn all her bridges. She needs to make it dramatic. She needs to make it big, and she has. I just don't think she counted on me defending myself quite as much as I have. Okay, we're back and the day is done and I feel pretty okay. The initial shock and terribleness of it all has passed. Have I mentioned how much I love my job? I love the fact that I can get immersed in my job for the most part, and at least the state that my breakup is in now, not think about it for a while. When she does something rash, like go into the house while I'm at school, or things like that, which she has to know will affect me to the negative, that distracts me, and I think it's unkind. But, you know, I went home and saw the dog and whatever, and when I went back to school, I didn't spend, 6th period thinking about her very much. Like, I had a class and it was good and I helped kids, and I love that. I love my job. There have been no more texts or emails from her. I'm out. No matter what comes through from her, I'm done. I'm not talking. I'll do things on my timetable when I'm ready. And if I'm ambitious later, I'll move a couple things over to the new apartment. I'll move this along, but I'm in no hurry. I looked through all those pictures yesterday, or many of them, like a couple thousand anyway, with different eyes. When I'd seen them before, I looked at them with the eyes of, these were pictures, like the woman I love took pictures of me, like the person she loved, we're soulmates, we'll be together forever. And the pictures were sweet and warm and I liked them. And now I look at them through the lens of cynicism. Like when I see her smile, I wonder if I'm seeing things behind the smile. I hate that my view has changed, that my thoughts have changed, that I'm more negative and distrusting of her. I don't think there's any way to not be, given the circumstances, but it's such an unfortunate side effect. I'm now negative. I look at pictures I loved and wonder. And I look at myself and wonder, were you a sucker? Were you a fool for all this? And there's no answer. I know whatever relationship I get into next, I will be much more keenly aware of red flags and maybe a little more reserved about just throwing it all away and falling madly and passionately in love. I think I'm capable of love. I think I'm good at love and being a strong partner. But I guess I will be more careful or more wise. I don't know what form that will take totally. Like I want to be optimistically wise, hope for the best, or like think the best of people, not let little things be deal breakers. God, this got ugly today. And I feel stupid. I feel dumb for signing the quitclaim. My gut instinct about when she signs it, it's like opening the gate, being like, there you go ahead. The feelings of letting her go, letting her free, whatever, that's weird but inevitable. But the fact that perhaps coincidentally, the day after that, this threatening email comes in from her attorney, that feels deliberate, a touch pathological, and she's still going to try and win, and she's going to try and take the dog. I want to send a text to her mom, just with that picture. Ken tries to aggressively litigate this. take the dog. I love the dog, she makes me happy. It's the remains of the family that I once had. Would there be any good in the dog leaving? No. It would make traveling easier, but I'm not traveling. I'd pay less rent, but that's not a concern. I budgeted to have the dog in my life. Would it kill me if she took the dog? No. Would it be sad? Yes. Could I get over it? I don't know. I think that's the tough question. If she took the dog, I think I would hate her for being so cruel. Just got this sinking feeling, and it's that out of control feeling again. My life felt kind of in control, and it is for the most part in control. I know where I'm gonna move. I know what I'm gonna put in the house. I know how the furniture is gonna go. You know, things are going along. And she injects this little bit of chaos because I won't give her the fucking combination to a locker that has Christmas ornaments in it, and the tent, and the cooler. And I'm trying to view it from her side too, just to make sure I'm not being rash. But I'm kind of at the point where I can't view it from her side. Like, I don't get it. I don't get how she can do any of the things she does. You know, even when I'm blue sky thinking it, all I can do to put myself in her shoes, I have to be out of my mind. Or cruel. There's no prize in arriving at the conclusion that she's broken, that she's sick. Oh, and oh my god, yeah, I should read you this letter. It's such bullshit. She was trying to get me to move out of the house for the summer so we could rent it, because for Comic-Con, she figured we could have gotten $5,000 or more for renting the place because of the view. She is like creating this fiction that just is not true. I almost forgot that little nugget, that little detail of fun. She's making things up. So I'm gonna go cold for a little while. She can sit and wait. Maybe I'll be lucky enough to see her stupid boyfriend here at the barn. And he can eat a big bag of dicks and tell her I'm at the barn, and she can go back into the house. And looking at a lot of these pictures last night, I felt less. You know, looking at her face, I was like, that's the face of somebody who could do this to me. You know, that's been added to the collective feeling that I get when I see a picture of her. It used to be anytime I saw a picture of her, I just felt amazing and lucky and blessed, and I would get butterflies in my stomach and my heart would beat faster, and I'd be like, oh my god, I'm so lucky, I love her so much. And that's been diminished, and now there's just this kind of a head shaking feeling. Like I look at a picture and I'm like, man, how the hell could you do that to me? And I was looking through pictures, but there's still a few where there's a certain look on her face or some certain something where I'm like, oh, that's the her I love. Like I have a few special ones. There's one from our first trip to Africa where I'm just like, I freaking love it. She just looks lovely. And I wonder if in the future, how that will play out. Like I wonder if I will compartmentalize this and frame her as broken or not well, or do whatever I need to do to get over her, which I think is going pretty well. I wonder if I will, or if I will be able to go back to certain images to revisit the feeling of what the good part of the relationship was like. Not to pine after it, but just to visit it. I feel like there's certain images that have that power for me where I could be like, oh yeah, that's what it felt like to love her. I won't be in love with her anymore, but it'll just be a potent reminder. This has been a long drive. I like talking to you. I'm glad you're here just to bounce things off of and to talk to. I think to drive in silence today would be hard, because I think driving in silence would allow me to chew on the things I'm talking about faster, and it would allow it to whir around and around and around in my head. And by slowing down and by having to express it in words and talk to you about it, it doesn't let me spiral out of control. And maybe that's a really good technique. Some people write stuff out, and I guess I could do that, and that slows you down even more. I just get frustrated by the slowness of writing. But here, my brain's connected to my mouth, so as I'm thinking about it, I'm talking about it, and I'm formulating it, and I'm trying to be expressive about it, and I'm recording it. And I think the pace works for me. I think having the intention of publishing all this also works for me, just because my goal is to be honest, to be expressive and honest with you. Of making this as conversational as I can be has been really helpful, just in terms of thinking through stuff. So thank you for just being there to listen. Even if you don't, maybe some of you will. Left-hand side's a crapshoot, because there's good people and not good people. And not good people. He's here. Hi, buddy. Hi. Wanna go for a little ride? Oh, hi. Hello. I'm just about to drive home, but I think I want to listen to a podcast on the way home. So I just wanted to check in and say hi now. It was a nice day. It was nice in different ways, and I just want to talk about that real quick. There's a couple that's here pretty much every day. I can't exactly. Wait, how did we? I don't know if dressage came up, but she ended up talking about my wife's boyfriend, and she doesn't care for him. She doesn't know. She just doesn't know the story, or if she did, she plays dumb beautifully. But I truly believe she didn't know anything of the story. She was just talking about him as a trainer and how she feels like he's full of himself. She's like, there's just so much ego there, and I don't think he's that good a rider. And I was like, yeah, no, I don't really think too much of him. And then we talked a bit about how he had left and taken clients. I said he left and took select clients with him. Yeah, she was like, she's like, I don't know if it's an energy thing. I just don't think he's as good as he thinks he is. I said, well, he took a really strong interest in my wife. And like her face dropped and she was like, oh. And, I wasn't pushing an agenda and I didn't want to have a bummer story. I told her the way it was. And kind of like my friend Larry, she was appalled and thought it was disgusting and unscrupulous and he's just terrible. And to the extent that I was sort of like, but we're trying to stay positive and move on. She was like, yeah, but it's so awful and she'll get hers and it'll come back around and karma. And I love to hear that. I really do. I feel like the appropriate social move is to be like, oh, I'm moving forward, staying positive, blah, blah, blah. But we talked for a long time about it. It's pretty safe to say she wasn't a fan of him before, and now she very much isn't a fan. And then I got the idea to put that little monologue from Good Will Hunting over the footage of his horses, where Ben Affleck's like, the best part of my day is that 10 seconds after you pull up to your curb and, like, I hope you're not there. No goodbye, no nothing, you're just gone. I think I'm going to overlay that over some of the horse footage because that's pretty flippin' funny. At least it's funny to me. I don't know what I'm hearing. Sounds like somebody in flip-flops running down the driveway in the dark. And I actually just got chills. Yeah, I just got, like around the back of my neck and I got goosebumps on my arm thinking like, when you sit around a campfire telling stories and like you get spooked, I literally just spooked myself. So I'm totally going to start the car and roll up the window. Roll up the windows. I'm going to drive home. Maybe I'll lock the doors too. I'm going to go. But thanks for hanging out and listening. And God, today's been a heck of a day.